The former president of Al Nassr surrenders to Lionel Messi. In a recent interview, he was asked about his top 5 best players in the world, and he answered without hesitation. Let's take a look at where he placed Lionel Messi and where he placed Cristiano Ronaldo. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. We'd love to know where in the world you're watching us from. We're reading your comments. Alright, in this video, we're going to talk a bit about the words of the former president of Al Nassr, who apparently wanted to sign Leo Messi when he was president of Al Nassr, but it didn't happen. And well, we're also going to talk about the influence of Leo Messi in home matches. Specifically, only Leo Messi's home games with Inter Miami and their impact. Let's see, it's no secret that in Arab football, they have always wanted to have a star like Leo Messi. They wanted to pay extremely high figures, enormous amounts of money to try to bring Leo Messi to Arab football. We know that money is not an issue in that part of the world, but Leo Messi practically rejected those incredible sums and preferred comfort alongside his family. In this case, he went to the MLS. But in Arab football, we always see how either club executives or football fans constantly praise Leo Messi. Among some of the statements made by the former president of the Arab club, he said, "I have no doubt that the impact Messi had in the MLS would also have been achieved in Arab football. Because when you see how clubs wanted Messi, when you see fans shouting Leo Messi's name, you realize that here in Arab football, the exact same thing would have happened. Because it doesn't matter where Messi plays. He is a phenomenon, and phenomena are capable of changing any context." Here we have some of the words of the former president of Al Nassr, who apparently had the dream of being able to sign Leo Messi. But it didn't happen. They couldn't make it happen, as we mentioned, because Messi preferred peace and quiet with his family in Miami and practically didn't want to go to Arab football, despite the extremely high money they were offering him. It seems there was no figure that could make him change his mind. In addition to those statements, the former president of Al Nassr, Prince Faisal bin Turki, was asked about his favorite players, his top 5 of the greatest in history, and he mentioned Messi and Maradona. Then they asked him, Messi first and Maradona second? And he answered, yes, there is no debate. Then he said, my third player, or the third player, is ours, Cristiano Ronaldo. Then in 4th place, Pelé, and in 5th, Zidane. That was the top 5 of Prince Faisal bin Turki, former president of Al Nassr. And that's where you realize there's no doubt that he wanted to bring Messi, he wanted to sign him. But we know that Messi never ever had it in mind to go to Arab football, despite all the petrodollars they offered him, so much money piled one on top of another. And Leo Messi simply said no. But even so, we see that on the part of this president, or rather former president, there is no resentment or anything like that. Because easily, seeing that Messi didn't want to go to Arab football, he could have changed his mindset and started saying, no, Messi isn't the best. But we see that's not the case. We see there is no resentment, and instead the former president is completely objective with his opinion. I quote, my favorite players are Messi and Maradona. Messi first, Maradona second. Now, continuing with the topic of what Messi generates, because what Messi does is truly insane. A very interesting statistic came out about attendance percentages in home matches. We're talking only about Inter Miami's home games. Thanks to Messi, Inter Miami has achieved 96% attendance in home matches. 96%. And well, that goes perfectly in line with what we've always seen. The stadium, Chase Stadium, is practically full for their matches. Everyone wants to see Messi. Everyone shows up to watch him. That number doesn't surprise me, 96%. The number that does surprise me is Cristiano Ronaldo's 66%. Because look, usually when I've had the chance to follow one match or another, the stadiums are completely empty, totally empty. And we're talking about home games. Messi's, as I said, 96%, everyone wants to see him. Meanwhile, on Cristiano's side, even 65% seems way too high to me. Because from the times I've watched, as I said, the stadiums are practically ghost towns. Nobody goes to see Cristiano. The stadiums are completely empty. There is absolutely no one. So that 65% seems exaggerated to me. And that's considering we're only talking about home matches, ladies and gentlemen, only home games. Messi's number is extremely high, and it's no coincidence. Because we've seen how Messi, if we go a bit further, it's not just at home. When Messi has played away games, he has reached extraordinary numbers, more than 60,000 people in the stadium. Visiting teams have had to change venues in order to accommodate so many people who want to see Messi. And even so, Messi has achieved spectacular figures. More than 60,000, more than 65,000, more than 70,000 people just to see Messi. It's absolute madness. And meanwhile, on Cristiano's side, as I keep telling you, they're ghost stadiums. Nobody goes to see Cristiano, despite the fact that many boast that he is the most followed player in the world. I still believe that many of those followers are bots. They pay for many fake accounts to inflate those numbers because it can't be possible that a player with so many followers can't even fill his own stadium. It's the worst in the world, right? Completely empty stadiums. That's why this maybe goes hand in hand with what the former president of Al Nassr said, that Messi is the best. If Messi were in Arab football, that embarrassing image of empty stadiums wouldn't exist. Just imagine, with Cristiano being the biggest star in Arab football, and still nobody goes to see him. He was, I think, almost a month without playing. Anyone would say people would be desperate to go see Cristiano. But not even then. He was almost a month without playing and practically nobody went to see him. Going back to the former president's top 5, and to start wrapping up the video, it shouldn't surprise us at all that Messi appears in his top 5. What might surprise some people is that he's in the number 1 spot, and that he left the number 3 spot for Cristiano Ronaldo. As you can imagine, these statements caused quite a stir in the Arab world. There, logically, Cristiano is the biggest football reference, as in many other countries, of course. But in the Arab world, he is far above the rest. We appreciate that the former president shared his perspective on these football phenomena. We don't know if he would really have said this if he were currently the club's president, but, well, that doesn't matter. What matters is that he shared his opinions, and whether people like it or not, that's what he thinks, and it should be respected. I'd like to know what you think. Do you agree with the top 5 he shared? What is your top 5 of the greatest football players in history? With just a few days left in the year, we want to thank you for the support you always give us on our videos. We love this sport, and we have a lot of fun doing this. We'd love for you to keep choosing us next year. Best wishes to everyone. Until the next video.